Thank you. Hello. बने चाहे दुश्मन सरकार हमारा सलामत रहे ये हमारा बने चाहे दुश्मन का सलामत रहे ये हमारा सवाल रहे हमारा ने चाहे दुश्मन सलामत हमारा सलामत रहे ये हमारा उन्नीस सौ बावन के दिन वो 56 के दिन वो 1952 के दिन वो 56 के दिन सवार चिराते सवार के दिन ए आए उसे हैं पर सब जाते हम सब हुए हैं सफल हुए हैं सफल आइए ही सुरक्षा हमारा सलामत रहे ये ये हमारा है तुम्हें कुछ मन हमारा सलामत रहे ये हमारा चिता हो गया साथियों चिड़े साथियों हमें कसमीरी बता के रहते हम जैसे हम नहीं और कोई ठिकाना हमारा सलामत रहे ये हमारा बने चाहे दुश्मन सरकत हमारा सलामत है हाँ क्यों बोल रहे
Comrade, let us begin the session. Very good morning to all of you. Wish you and all your near and dear a very, very happy 2026 on behalf of AIA and also behalf of Secretariat. Thank you. We'll commence the session. Comrade, we'll move the resolution.
Hello. I, SS Nagesh from South Central Zone. I am moving a resolution demanding collective bargaining right to AIA. The 27th General Conference of All India Insurance Employees Association being held at Bhubaneswar from 28th December 2025 to 1st January 2026 demands of the central government to restore the collective bargaining right for employees in the public sector insurance industry. This is a right which is a necessary component of the industrial democracy where workers can discuss and negotiate with the employer and come to mutually agreed understanding on wages and other conditions of service. The government took away the collective bargaining right of LIC employees through LIC Amendment Act 1981. Similarly, through the General Insurance Business Nationalization Amendment Act 1985, the collective bargaining right of the general insurance employees was taken away. In the late 80s, this denial of collective bargaining right to a section of Indian workers was brought to the knowledge of International Labour Organization ILO. ILO referred this to the Government of India and decried the deprivation of this right to the insurance employees. The 27th General Conference of AIA demands immediate restoration of the right to collective bargaining.
I, Pradeep Menas, from Simla Division, second the resolution placed by Comrade SS Nagesh on demanding collective bargaining right to AIIA.
Comrade S.S. Nagesh and Comrade Pradeep Minas, they have moved a resolution on demanding collective bargaining right to AIA. Shall we adopt the resolution? Thank you. Next. Yeah, move.
However, I am placing here the last resolution on gig workers. The 27th General Conference of All India Insurance Employees Association being held at Bhubaneswar from 28th December 25 to 1st January 26 notes with concern the pathetic condition of gig workers. Gig workers are being used by various platforms like Swiggy, Zomato, Blinkit, Ola, Uber, Rapido, etc. These workers do not have any status as workers, employees. They are subjected to harassment of various kinds. They do not have a standardized pay structure and any social security benefit, including accident cover. The pressure to perform their duties in a specified time and that too without any specific working hours is hurting their health. This 27th Conference of AIIA demands that a comprehensive law should be introduced by the government for these workers. These workers should be recognized with a standardized base policy, regulated working hours, and they should be provided with social security benefits like PF, ESI. This conference also demands that rights of these gig workers should be protected. Thank you.
I second the proposal moved on gig workers by Comrade Pradeep Minas.
Comrade, the resolution committee felt that a resolution must be added to the resolution which we have already circulated. Apart from two resolutions on general insurance yesterday, this is a very important resolution which the resolution committee recommended to the secretariat to approve this resolution. Therefore, we are placing this resolution for your adoption. Shall we adopt this resolution? Thank you, Comrade. Nagesh?
Comrade President and comrades, on behalf of the resolution committee, uh, we are happy that in all 25 resolutions were moved in the conference. The just one on gig workers was a suggestion from this conference that it needs to be added. So I profusely thank Comrade Rajesh Parate of Central Zone, Comrade Jagdish Chand Mittal of East Central Zone, Comrade Deepak Vishwanath South Zone, Comrade Pradeep Minhas of North Zone, Comrade Anurag Sharma North Central Zone, Ajay Dolas of West Zone, Comrade Mrinmay De Sarkar Eastern Zone, and Comrade Manjit Singh of General Sector. In seeing that all the 25 resolutions are passed in a record time. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comrade Nagesh. We, on behalf of AIA Secretariat, on behalf of the 27th General Conference of AIA, thank the Resolution Committee for moving all the 25 resolutions. Now, resolutions, that agenda we have completed. Comrade, before the last speaker of the delegate session speak, one announcement. Comrade R. Srinivasan from Hyderabad, he left his delegate bag yesterday. Some important papers are there in that. If any one of us, we have taken it inadvertently, I request them to return it back to the dais. His name is written on the back, R. Srinivasan. He is from Hyderabad. If any one of you, if you are finding it or inadvertently have taken it, you kindly return it to the dais. Now, the last speaker in the delegate session most probably will be, yeah, Ramakant Desai, who is the convener, sorry, Ramakant Das, who is the convener of the reception committee of the 27th General Conference of AIA from Bhubaneswar. Give him a big hand.
On behalf of the reception committee, and the entire fraternity of All India Insurance Employees Association, I wish you all a very happy new year. Comrade President, leadership on the dais, and my dear friends, comrades from all over the country, first of all, on behalf of the reception committee as well as Bhubaneswar Division Life Insurance Employees Association, I welcome you all to this mega event, to this temple city of Bhubaneswar. Today, I am unable to believe that with such a little number of comrades in Bhubaneswar Division, we could make this mega event a successful one, and we could make this happen in this manner. It could be possible because of the courage, conviction, dedication, commitment, sincerity, loyalty, unity, and ultimately the enduring dream of our comrades. And also the confidence extended to us by the leadership of our zone as well as the leadership of All India Insurance Employees Association. Constantly they have been guiding us to make this a successful one. We have been working relentlessly since last 2 years to make this program in a grand manner. As you all know, this is a Platinum Jubilee Year conference. When the task was assigned to us almost 2 years back, first of all, Bhubaneswar is a small city and it is very difficult to find a place of meeting hall and accommodation for 2000 people in a single place. We searched for various places. Ultimately, with the help of the founder of this big institution, renowned institution, Professor Achyuta Samanta, who was kind enough to provide us this place as well as the hostel where we could make our accommodation in a nice way. As a division office is 25 kilometers away from this place, we visited this place many number of times. Many a times it takes one day for a one discussion. So since last 2 years, we have been visiting this institution in many times, and we finalized the place where we are holding this meeting today, where we are staying, and the accommodation, meeting place, the caterer, all the logistic supports that have been extended to us, and we finalized everything. There may be some hiccups, definitely in a meeting, in a program of such large scale, hiccups will come. I hope you will bear with us. And as you all know, we are holding this meeting in a very hostile and difficult atmosphere. You know the government who is ruling in this country, where the ruling class using all institutions and polarizing the society, demeaning the builders of this nation. Fundamental rights are restricted, and dissent or opposition is discouraged and curtailed brutally. There is attack on the working class from every corner. Recently, they have implemented the labor codes, which was passed during the time of COVID hurriedly without following any democratic procedure. They have passed the bills in 2019 and 20. Now they have introduced it. They have made notification in the Gazette after the election of Bihar election, which has introduced the fixed term employment, increase in working hours, attack on democratic trade union rights, and aggressively they are pursuing it also. And coming to our industry, there are many challenges. You all know it. I do not find it to repeat again. We have challenges from the regulator, that is IRDA, which is working as a developer for the private insurers, and it is regulator for the LIC and DIC. You know the negatives of 100% FDI. You know the composite license, open architecture are the major challenges. But the major challenges before our industry, what I feel, is a drastic reduction in the employees. Recruitment is not happening because recruitment is not happening, and recruitment, since we are fighting a lot, but I would request our leadership to make the struggle more stringent, more vigorous, so that recruitment can be made. You all know there is no substitute to human resources. Without human resources, nothing can be possible. And our industry is such an industry where a personal touch, personal relationship is most important. You all know 96% of the business of LIC of India comes through our agents, and there is a attack on these agents, which are the backbone of this institution. So we have to fight it all. So I hope you all understand the problem. Accordingly, after returning from this mega event, after returning this from the to your places, we shall vigorously fight the challenges before us and make this institution in public sector. And ultimately, at length, I extend my sincere thanks to all delegates and observers for the cooperation for organizing this conference in a grand and memorable one. And I shall conclude by quoting, alone we can go fast, but together we can go further. Inkilab Zindabad.
Thank you, Comrade. Comrade B.S. Ravi.
Comrade, Comrade President, the galaxy of leadership of AIA on the dais, and our senior most comrades who are our inspiration to many of the comrades here, including the top leadership here, and dear comrades from across the country. So I am here to give some small clarifications regarding the organizational matters. My voice is also not fully cooperating with me, so please bear with me, comrades. And almost every delegate would have received this yellow statistical book. This gives the organizational statistics for the past 3 years. It is a official part of the report. So my sincere appeal to all the delegates, because of cost involvement, we could not give it to observers. But this is a very important document. I request all the comrades to go through the statistics very thoroughly, because it gives us a lot of information to place our arguments in front of our enemies or adversaries. So even in the first page we are given a title also: campaign activities, strike activities, other statistics. And to give you brief introduction about this one, if you go through from page number 1 to some around say 5 or 6 pages, right from 2003 to till date, what campaign we have done against many issues, cumulative issues. Cumulatively, we have given cumulative period. That is the struggle against GST. Now we are calling it as GST. Earlier, it was service tax on insurance premium. So how we fought right from 2004 onwards, the details are given against neoliberal economic policies, against the insurance laws amendments, against NPO, IPO, and also many other struggles, general struggles associating ourselves with the general masses of the working class. So all these activities are given. Apart from that, if you go through some other, I'm not going detail by detail. Yesterday we felicitated our senior leaders here. The felicitation was not merely to give a memento or bag or some flower bouquet to them. We are honoring them, acknowledging their services and being standing as our inspiration to many generations. It is respecting to them is nothing, because they have seen so many, they received so many appreciations, prizes, all these things. That's not a big problem for them. It is for us to give an inspiration. We have given about them also in page number 61. We have given the leadership details about Comrade Chandrasekhar Bose, Comrade Saroj Chaudhary, Sunil Mehta, top leaders, including our present leaders. We still call them as our leaders, though they are former secretary members. That is Comrade Amanullah Khan and Comrade Venugopal also. But and our Comrade, the present General Secretary and President V. Ramesh and Srikanth Mishra also we have given right from inception, 1951 onwards, who are the primary office bearers, President, General Secretary, Treasurer. I think very recently a WhatsApp message was circulated by Comrade G.V. Apparao. He mentioned in that with a lot of difficulty I could compile the leadership of AIA right from inception. So I would like to tell the comrade that comrade it was readily available in the last year conference report itself. There was no trouble needed at that time because we are not going through the details of all these books given in the conference. This could have been avoided unnecessary strain. So I am requesting to go through this book in thorough. Then some other important aspects are there in page number 64, though the font appears to be small. This is regarding organizational compulsory activities, what a trade union has to do. One thing is filing of the TU returns. Trade union returns are to be compulsory filed by the every registered unit of our AIA, because we have been discussing the attitude of this government. A small reason is enough for them to deregister our union. So we have been requesting the units to submit the TU returns in time. So also the income tax returns are to be filed. It is mandatory now, whether you pay tax or don't pay tax. If the and there are 2 or 3 units which are not registered, 2 in our own East Central Zone, 1 in General Sector. Immediately we should take steps to register it, and we have to file the income tax returns. We have been telling every year also in every conference also. So that is mandatory, comrades. Otherwise, and with the new labor laws, any attack, any moment will be there. And I remember our Assam unit bank account was freezed. So please take it very seriously and see that the IT returns are also filed. Form number ITR 7 is to be filed. You discuss with the concerned auditors also. And regarding the organizational statistics given, so we have given the outstanding trade union returns which are to be submitted by the units. So I give you one small update. After the printing of this book, Hazaribagh has also submitted. We received it late. So also, comrades, Surat division also has submitted the TU return. So this is to be updated. And if you go through the book, very important information regarding the strength of AIA and the, if we can call it as non-strength of other unions. In page number 70, it is given. If you observe that the INTUC trade union, which is in LIC, it is 0 in 97 divisions. This will give inspiration to all our corporates. We feel that there are so many unions in LIC. But what is the use of this LIC when it is not there? Their shop is not opened in 97 units. In Life Union in 96 units, in 95 units. Shiv Sena, which is only focusing in Bombay Center, with 104 units, they are not at all present, including so-called BMS Federation in above 50 units, absolute zero membership. So this will give us some inspiration to talk to our members. What is the strength of our union? In the next page, we gave our small weaknesses where our strength is a bit. This is all because of due to political compulsions. In the page number 71, it is given. And so also other campaign activities, every detail is given. And because I cannot, because of paucity of time, we cannot discuss in detail all the pages. And if you go through page number 39, because nobody discussed about family pension, 1 or 2 comments would have raised it. The family pension increase of to uniform rate of 30% has benefited 91% of the family pensioners. That nobody has acknowledged it. It's a huge benefit which we are getting, which is still not available. In the next page, what are the benefits achieved during the last 3 years? Every circular issued by the personnel department is given. So I request you, instead of me going through every detail, and about women convention at the Lucknow also we have given, where our still women committees are to be formed. That is also given. So I request this is to be circulated to among general cadres also, employees also. This is my humble appeal. And actually my job is to give some clarification on this organization, because I am also a delegate to this conference. If president permits, I can also take, though my voice is not cooperating in this platinum jubilee year. 3 or 4 points I am tempted to talk if president gives me 5 minutes time. Comrades, I have nothing to speak much because nearly 72 comrades have spoken. So I got enthused by listening to them. So I have also got a similar mind regarding the attitude of the management is concerned. So many queries were raised about the employees' issues. Though we talk so many things about Marxist Leninist theory, all these things campaign, ultimately after listening to trade union classes 2 hours, what happened to my bonus? What happened to my PLLI? These are the questions practically we face in the ground. So I agree because I can comfortably say yesterday a very aggressive speech was given by Comrade Jitendra Parikh about the employees issue. He was just in his inimitable style of furious way. Some comrades placed it coolly. Some comrades they were hesitant to place. But everybody's mind is that the management attitude is not proper as far as the employees issues are concerned. I am also in total agreement with them because I am mostly, since so many years, I am also a part of the AIA delegation discussing with the management. But their attitude is really, I should say, earlier it was bad, now it has gone to worse. So lack of knowledge at the higher level, and most the attitudinal problem. Comrade जरा आवाज बंद करे तो मैं बोल सकता हूँ. So the problem of attitude of the management, they are taking they are treating AI as a any other union, but we will teach them appropriate lesson because I want to draw a small story because seeing our general secretary who appears to be very soft, he will show his avatar in 2026, hoping he will continue because our there is one small story in Indian mythology. There are two brothers, demons, Rakshas, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. They had so many boons obtained from Brahma, so they will normally die with it. They don't have normal death. They should die under special circumstances with special conditions. So ultimately, Lord Vishnu has to take nursing avatar. So with human, animal posture, with so many conditions, all he fulfilled. So perhaps Lord Vishnu would have applied our Marxist theory of adapting concrete analysis to the concrete situation. So he arrived at that point. So we will also arrive at that situation. And I can confidently say that year 2026, I forgot to first greet Happy New Year to all of you 2026. I really feel that it should be a very Happy New Year 2026. And I call that this year will be year of achievements. Let us take this the conference call like that. It should be year of achievements, not no more talkings, because since 5 years, more than 23, 24 long pending demands are there in the central office. Our Comrades General Secretary will show his missing avatar in 2026. We will show the befitting lesson to the management, and he will know what is AIA. Comrade Amanullah Khan always used to say, LIC is our organizational commitment. Then, inspired by that, I said in working company in Chennai, meeting the legitimate aspirations of employees is the organizational commitment of AIA. That we have been doing it, fulfilling it, but aspirations are increasing. Natural that it will increase. So there is nothing wrong if the aspirations are more and more. Our duty is to achieve if they are legitimate, because our main concern is that. So we have been asking, for example, furniture allowance, tea allowance, so many allowances. Our issue is not that we cannot afford a tea or we can't buy a vehicle or whatever is the requirement. Our thing is that when class one are given so many benefits, why we are not made a party, or are we not contributing to the contribution? In fact, we are doing more than the class one officers. That is the clear understanding, because they stay for 3 years, just do time pass. Immediately next year they can transfer. We always say Rolling Stone doesn't gather any matter. So they are like that. Even if TMP is there, they are threatening with so many things. But still, the management says that they are not ready to relieve any experienced comrade because for their own selfish needs, though they talk so much of TMP. So, comrades, this year, 2026 year, all the issues, big to small, whether it is waiver of medical certificate on leave on sick grounds or improvements in Mediclaim. Some comrades asked robotic surgery. We were also asking them, what is the problem with this doctor does a surgery with a robot or a knife? You are not the competent doctor. Let the doctor decide what type of surgery is that. You can't sit in the seat, the judgment of a doctor. So that's what we said. They say all cost involvement. When it comes to class 3 benefits, they discuss about cost. When it comes to having meetings and eatings everywhere, any meeting for half an hour, it will cost them some thousands of rupees for eating the snacks, wasting the snacks. They don't mind. And our senior citizens, they don't have pension pre 1986. Increasing 5,000 rupees also, they are not ready. Just it would cost 5 crores annually. Still, it is a question of attitude, not the lack of paying capacity to the corporation. Then I request that the general secretary's job or a headquarters job is to give calls. Implementation is on you. If you don't implement, even our nursing also cannot do anything because he needs some claws and teeth. You are the claws and teeth to the Narsinga. He is without that. I think you will be providing all those things. The brain will be from there, top, bottom. So I really hope that 2026 will be a new beginning. 75th year has given us a lot of confidence. You have enthused us, and the organization also is going to grow because we have seen a lot of hope in many zones, not necessarily from East Zone. There are second line, third line leadership in North Central Zone, and we have seen how the comrades are speaking. So, agreeing with the sentiments and the aspirations of the employees, I join every one of you that, and I have the part responsibility also in doing discharging the duties. So, together, all of us in the new year, the year will be called as the year of achievements is my proposal. We will achieve it 100%, I'm sure, comrade. With this, I thank you very much. I thank the president specially for allowing me to speak beyond what is prescribed to me. Thank you, comrade.
Thank you, comrade. Almost all the delegates who have given their names, we have accommodated them, and the debate from the delegates' part, it is over. Now it is the responsibility of the organization to reply to the debate. Now, on behalf of AI Secretariat, I request Comrade General Secretary to sum up the whole discussion. Comrade General Secretary Shrikant Mishra.
Comrade President, my colleagues in the Secretariat of AIA, the senior leaders of the movement, the former office bearers of AIA, Comrade Amanullah Khan, Comrade K. Venugopal, and my dear comrade delegates and observers in this 27th General Conference of the All India Insurance Employees Association. Comrades, before I come to the reply part, let me join Comrade President in wishing all of you and your family members, all your loved ones, a very happy, purposeful, and prosperous New Year 2026. In the working committee meeting, I was saying in a very lighter vein, Bhubaneswar is infamous for its weather. Bhubaneswar in normal times would be as humid as Chennai or Kolkata. But I don't know why. Maybe because we are meeting in the 27th General Conference of AIA. Bhubaneswar has become Ooty or Simla or Manali. So this perhaps is a welcome augury that the deliberations of this conference and the decisions that we are going to take, perhaps they have the propensity of bringing about a radical change in the political firmament of our country. So 2026 perhaps this will usher in peace, prosperity, progress for all of us our family members, and for the entire population of the world. With this new hope, we'll move on from this 27th General Conference of the AIA. We are very happy that this conference is being held in the city of Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar Division Life Insurance Employees Association, a very small divisional unit in numerical terms, 235 members, they dared to take up the responsibility of hosting this gigantic event. We are extremely happy, or rather, we were extremely happy when we came to know that Sambalpur Divisional Unit, Cuttack Divisional Unit, the parent unit, Barampur, and the Orissa State General Insurance Employees Association, all of them willingly decided to become partners in organizing this conference. As a result of which, this conference is going to be a hugely successful conference so far as the history of the All India Insurance Employees Association is concerned. In fact, Comrade Ramakant Das, when he spoke here, I called him and asked, why did you share the details as to how you mobilized for the conference? These are things which I think the House should be apprised so as that we can draw some inspiration. We can utilize that inspiration as an investment in the building of our organization, and then we march forward. Bhubaneswar Division, 235 members. They took up a target that they will collect on an average of 20,000 rupees per member. This was the target. Just now I checked up with them. Of course, this is a trade secret, which I am revealing now. 235 members, they have mobilized more than 50 lakhs of rupees for this 27th General Conference. Their target was 20,000 per member, but I think the actual amount, if you take the average, it will come to more than 21,000 rupees per member. So that speaks about the organizational commitment of these comrades. Comrade Roopnarayan Sahu, the former president, who is the convener of the Transport Committee, we would like to congratulate him. He has contributed 80,000 rupees for the successful conduct of this conference. Comrade Trinath Dora, he is the General Secretary of East Central Zone. Being a close comrade, I know he had made up his mind perhaps to contribute something more. But since Comrade Sahu donated 80,000 rupees, Comrade Dora decided with humility his contribution should be less than that of Comrade Roopnarayan Sahu. So he reduced it by 1 rupee. He contributed 79,999 rupees. This is not merely a question of financial contribution. There could have been a large number of comrades from whom I don't think any financial mobilization would have been made. But if you look at the volunteers working here round the clock, I would be failing in my duty if I don't make a mention of them. The daily wager comrades, for whom there is no job security, for whom there is no income security, they have been working day in and day out without any expectations from the organization to make sure that this conference becomes an all-round success. Our comrades in Cuttack, Sambalpur and Barampur, I don't think you would have made out as to who belongs to which division. I think more than 50 comrades from Cuttack, they have been working here as volunteers in different committees. More than 50 comrades from Barampur, they are working as volunteers for this conference. Sambalpur is quite far off, but around 18 comrades, they are working as volunteers. They have taken leave for 10 days and they are working here with our Bhubaneswar comrades to make this conference hugely successful. So on behalf of all of you, before I come to the report proper, we would like to convey our deepest sense of gratitude to these comrades, particularly Bhubaneswar comrades, for organizing this Platinum Jubilee Year Conference of the AIA in a splendid manner. Our thanks are due to all these comrades. And Bhubaneswar, this is a great city, especially so far as organizing the conference is concerned. Comrade Ramakant told about the infrastructural problems. But in spite of the problems, the arrangements could be made. And perhaps we could turn a crisis into an opportunity, as a result of which this conference is being held in a grand fashion, the way it is being held. And this city, which comes under the Khurda district of Orissa, this has got a rich legacy so far as our struggle against British imperialism is concerned. Professor Prabhat Patnaik, the eminent economist, he inaugurated our conference. You saw him. His father was a legendary communist leader as well as freedom fighter, the late Prannath Patnaik. The Khurda College has been named after him. But this Khurda district of Orissa, this is particularly famous for its contribution to India's struggle for independence. We have heard about India's first war of independence in the year 1857, which the British colonial historians used to describe as the Sepoy Mutiny. But around 40 years before that, in the year 1817, the Paikas in Khurda district, the Paikas, they were an armed militia of the Gajapati kings. Because they were serving the Gajapati kings, they were entitled to some benefits, also benefit in terms of some land rights. But with the advent of British colonial power and with the gradual ascendancy of the East India Company, these powers from these Paikas were taken away. So one of the chief of the Paikas, Bakshi Jagabandhu, he organized these Paikas or the armed militias, and a clear 4 decades before India's first war of independence, Bakshi Jagabandhu led a revolt of the Paikas against British colonial power and they quoted supreme sacrifice. And starting with this sacrifice of the Paikas, this rebellion of the Paikas in the Paika rebellion, Paika Vidroha, it is called in Oriya, Orissa started contributing to the process of the making of the modern Indian nation. Oftentimes we discuss with Comrade Venugopal in AIA office. The linguistic reorganization of the states in India, it took place in 1956. Orissa is the first state which was linguistically reorganized 20 years before that on the 1st of April 1936. So perhaps when East Central Zone Insurance Employees Association decided to organize the Platinum Jubilee Year 27th General Conference of AIA, this historical setting, this historical legacy, it would certainly have played some role in the back of their minds in deciding that this conference will be held in the city of Bhubaneswar. And true to our expectations, this conference is going to be another milestone in the history of our great organization, the All India Insurance Employees Association. Comrades, altogether 74 comrades have spoken, including Comrade B.S. Ravi. I also have taken Comrade Amanullah Khan and Comrade K. Venugopal as delegates, even though there was a special intervention by both the senior comrades. So 74 delegates from across the country, they have participated in the discussion. Comrades from the north, comrades from the south, comrades from the east, as well as comrades from the west, all of them have participated. So 74 comrades from across the country have spoken, which means the entire India has spoken on the report presented by the General Secretary on behalf of the Working Committee. But more than that, the beauty lies in the fact at a time when our ruling class is trying to disrupt or wreck the unity of the toiling people in this country. It is our organization, the All India Insurance Employee Association, which is great when our comrades from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from the east to the west, they spoke in the debate. There was absolute unanimity so far as the understanding of the comrades on the issues and challenges confronting public sector insurance employees and public sector insurance industry is concerned. There was absolute unanimity. And this unanimity, this agreement, you would certainly have observed so far as the identification of the challenges and the issues were concerned. This unanimity, you could also have identified, you could also have marked so far as giving suggestions, so far as giving ideas to frame our struggle for meeting the challenges was concerned. So, unanimity in identifying the issues and unanimity in framing the basic contours of the struggle, perhaps that unanimity, it reflects the tremendous unity that this organization has developed in its cadres throughout the length and breadth of the country. That is the biggest achievement, signature theme of the 27th General Conference of the All India Insurance Employees Association. There have been debates on a range of issues, right from the emergence of the imperial powers, how capitalism is trying to ride roughshod over the livelihoods of the working people across the globe. How these imperial machinations, they are getting a profound display in the policy making of third world countries like India is concerned. We have discussed it all. And we are very happy while discussing this newfound enthusiasm of capitalism or imperialism, and while discussing the ascendancy of the forces of the right across the globe as a major potent political power or weapon, our comrades have very correctly given the political manifestations of this growing right-wing tendency on the helpless people of the world, particularly on the people of Gaza. Some comrades were suggesting here. There was a discussion in the open session of the conference. There is no change in India's stance so far as our support to the cause of Palestine is concerned. Officially, the government of India till today it stands with Palestine. At the same time, the same government doesn't allow any protest in support of the. What explains this contradiction? What explains this hypocrisy? And there was a very illuminative discussion, academic discussion during the course of the debate. And our comrades have agreed with the understanding of the report presented by the working committee This reflects the hypocrisy of imperialism. This reflects the hypocrisy of the capitalist forces in the world. Not today. I think more than 500, 600 years ago. More than that. We can go back to the days of the Crusades from 1094 AD to 1492 AD. The Western powers, they had been trying to capture this area, which is today known as Palestine, Gaza, or West Bank, the West Asia. From those days, right from the days of the Crusades, as I told you, 1096 to 1492. Immediately after the First World War, when British colonialism won the First World War,